in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows, there's a man with a passion that everybody knows.
Howdy everybody, welcome to HT's EDC, coming at you from the front patio this morning, and it is all of 6:20 a.m. here in the Stone. I'm looking out over my left shoulder here and in the east, and the old sun is just about getting ready to peek over the trees here, but not quite yet. We got that kind of amber reddish sky going on right now, right before daybreak. But we are out here and we're ready to go. But we got to show this nice young lady right here. Huh? You gonna say hello to the people? Huh? That is Miss Abby, and she is in her spot for her co-hosting duties this morning. And we're gonna get at it. If you watched my short video this morning, you've already seen the knife I'm going to show today, briefly, in my What You Totin'. But in honor of a buddy that's kind of on my mind, and probably a lot of you guys' mind today, I'm not going to get back into those weeds. If you want to know more about what I'm talking about, there's 2 videos back. I touch on it. Everything I know to this point, I touch on it in my last 2 videos. Excuse me. But I am talking about my brother from another mother, Brother Aaron, over at 865 Knives. And I went with this is my personal favorite. I like that big 3-inch logo with the holographic. It's got the tri-stars, got K Knoxville in the background. I love this one. And anyway, thought just maybe we could show a knife today that when he sees this video may give him a brief smile. He is going through some things right now, but again, not going to get off on that. We're going to make this a happy video. But one of my buddy's favorite knives, if not his favorite knife, is this. And excuse me before we get going too good. Much better. I hear the rasp coming in my voice. As I was saying, one of his favorite knives, and honestly one of mine too, is the good old Muskrat. He is the Don of the Muskrat Mafia. And before you guys say anything, say, HT, that's a moose. I get it. We go through this all the time. Remington calls this knife their Muskrat. I'm going to call it their Muskrat. Do I agree with you that that's a moose? Yes, I do. But luckily, me and Aaron, and probably most of you guys, we like them both. Aaron likes the moose pattern too. So no matter what they call this knife, it is a winner chicken dinner. And yeah, give you a quick look around this thing and what we got going on here. This is my second knife that I have got with the red and yellow delrin bullet knife from Remington, and this is to commemorate their change in tang stamp. And we will see, let's see what's the best way to show it. Probably the best way that I can show most of it is right here. If we can get some help, we're not going to get any natural light. I have my porch lights on right now, but if you guys can see that, they have the Remington logo and they have the bullet going horizontally through the logo. That is a new tang stamp for them, and to kick off that tang stamp, they went with the good old HT red. I mean, they called me up and asked me my permission if they could run it in HT red, but no, HT red, and we have some peaks of yellow here, delrin. And something that's pretty cool about this run is they went with carbon steel. So these are carbon steel blades. I know traditionally a lot of the bullet knives were ran in 440 steel. Now you Remington fanboys and aficionados, don't jump on me. I'm sure this isn't the first time they've ran carbon steel. That's not what I'm saying. I am not yet a Remington aficionado to know the history enough, but I do know that a lot of the bullet knives are ran in 448, 440 series stainless, and these guys with the red and yellow delrin and the new tank stamp, they're running in carbon steel. So probably not the first time Remington's done that. I'm almost sure of it. But on this line, that is something that is a staple with this red and yellow delrin and the new tank stamp. They will be in carbon steel, which is always a good thing, right? But anyway, taking you around this thing, this guy is a little scaled down. You might see that. We'll talk about that in a second. But a normal muskrat, what I would say a typical full-size muskrat, is somewhere right around the 4-inch mark, 3 7/8, 4-inch, 4 1/8, something like that. Well, this guy is more on the canoe size. This is a 3 5/8. So this guy is right there at the old HT Mendoza line for what I can get 4 fingers on, and we'll go ahead and show you that in hand. As you can see, gripping that knife, and if I'm kind of right here, if I put my finger right up there kind of on that finger guard, and then I just grip this thing, I have about half of the bolster coming out the back, but I'm not slipping off. The old pinky does have a landing spot, but that is 3 1/2 inches, 3 5/8. You guys have heard it 1,000 times on here. That is about as low as I go on a handle. Because you guys know I am completely anal. The old pinky has to have a landing spot for me. That's just a personal thing. When my pinky is sliding off the end, or it's a 3-finger knife and my pinky is completely off of it, I am out. That is a deal breaker. Drives me nuts, but that's just me. So 3 5/8 passes the old HT 4-finger test. And yeah, so that is what we're looking at. These blades are like 2 11/16 inches long. We have a cutting edge of about 2, I should have brought my tape measure. I believe it was like 2 1/4 of cutting edge, and 2 11/16 overall length on these guys. But everything you need, nothing you don't. There's plenty of cut on this. And you guys have heard me talk about something else that before. I absolutely love the Remington spey / spear blades. It is a spey blade, is their rendition of a spey blade, and that is what they call it, and that's what it is. But it is a little different. You guys got to obviously would probably see what I'm talking about. This spey is not as clipped off up here at top. It kind of comes on down and meets the upcoming blade here in the front. Gives it a little bit of a spear point vibe going on, and I just think it sets off the aesthetic. I love this. I love this blade shape. Just something that makes the Remington knives a little unique. And get this thing all the way back open. And of course, on the other end, we got a good old clip point blade. Get that open. And we have the Remington etching there. You guys know where I stand on that. We can take that or leave that. Few polishings, one good hard polishing. You could probably get that off, but it's on there now, and not a big deal. Take you around and look at these back springs and liners. Well, you know what? Let's have them close where everything looks good and flush. And we are in the full open. We have just a little stepping up here. Let's see what they do closed. See what we got closed first. Closed. we are pretty nice. You have any gapping? Nope, no real gapping. When they're open, let's see, in half stop, bear with me folks in my arthritic fingers. In half stop, yeah, we're a little raised on both ends when they're in half stop, and when it goes to full open, one end right here, there's just a ever bit of stepping. We're pretty flush down here, but if you guys can see right there, this guy up here has got just a hair of stepping, and when both blades are fully open, nothing that that bothers me. Nice and flush in the closed position. Let you see those brass liners and how shiny it is down in those channels. Got it all good and clean, and just a beautiful knife. It's going to be a good little pocket toter. Something to give my canoes a break. You guys know the 3 5/8 is the length of my canoes, which is my favorite right now, small-ish knife. And this guy right here will probably go in the box in the case with my canoes, butt right up beside them, and we will pick this one up when we want to pair, you know, a slip joint with one of my, you guys know, and especially here in just another month or so, HT is going to have a biggin on his hip every day. That will be the folding hunter season, the buck 112, buck 110. It's going to happen when we get into the cooler month. When we get into jeans weather here, these guys will be not as prevalent. Sometimes I will, again, slip one down in a front pocket to pair with my big boy, but there will always be a biggin on my hip. And these will become companion knives for me when I even carry them. I'm going to be totally honest with you. In some of those months, especially if I'm able to get out and deer hunt this year, I'm not taking slip joints. I have a folding hunter of some sort on my hip, and that's just what I go with. It does everything I need in the field. So yeah, off days when I'm not hunting or whatever, yeah, possibly these guys will get some love and get some run in the front pocket. But it is definitely time right now. It's hot as hot as all get out. We are at least a month or two away from that cold weather, cooler weather I'm talking about. So there is plenty of opportunity to rock something like this right now, and proud to do it. But anyway, just wanted to show y'all one of my new pickups. I wanted to rep the Mafia and my buddy 865, let him know I'm thinking about him. Abby says she's thinking about him as I give her a head scratch here. But anyway, Aaron, when you see this one, I hope you like it, and maybe it'll briefly put a smile on your face, buddy. But anyway, thank you guys for watching and checking out the old Remington Muskrat. I didn't tell y'all a model number. I believe it is 18312. 18312. It will always be in my product description. If this is something that appeals to you and you want to try to track one down, we'll toss it in there in the description for you. And anyway, thanks for checking it out. This corner has a button. This corner has a button. You guys know what to do with them. This corner over here, if you like more of these things and like talking about these things and hearing about them, there's definitely more to come on this channel, and I would love to have you as one of the on-screen family of the channel. So just throwing that out there. We love you. We're going to get out of here. Have a good morning. God bless.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests. It's a sight to see. HG